guys, and welcome back to another episode of From the Shadows. And as always, guys, if you are enjoying the series, please do try and, well, not try and leave a like, please leave a like on the video. That'd be fantastic. It really does sort of show me how much you are enjoying the series so far. And it kind of goes up and down, but lately it's been pretty damn good, let's face it. So we're going to get in and just do a quick question of the day, and I've picked one this time before the episode, which is a massive turn up for the books, I have to say. Do you prefer league competition tiebreakers are done on goal difference or head-to-head? Now, personally, the person says here they always prefer head-to-head, but I prefer goal difference. And the main reason I prefer goal difference is not because it's fairer in any particular sense, because I don't think it is, but for me, a goal difference situation encourages teams to play more attacking and open football because it encourages them to score goals. Head-to-head doesn't really have that same... I mean, obviously it does to a certain extent, but to me, over the course of a season, if it's done on goal difference, it encourages teams to score more goals. And for me, that can only make for more exciting football. That's just the way I view it, of course. I'm sure you guys have got other opinions on that, and it'd be lovely to hear them. And if you do have any ideas for a question of the day, do drop them in the comments with the hashtag QOTD. Right. We're playing Dortmund. That's what's happened. I said I would do the Dortmund game, and I did. It came fairly nicely, in fact, for a decent amount of games, so I decided to just have a crack on it, basically. Couple of things, firstly. I realised in the last episode I forgot to talk about the players that I'd brought in as signings for the future that I'd managed to sort out, basically, and I completely forgot to mention it, and it's annoying because I hadn't done it in the previous episode, and I'm so sorry. So basically, we're going to go through that now. Also, we have a new affiliate club. I've arranged an affiliate agreement with ES Tunis over in Tunisia, and you'll see why in a second. So basically, transfer history, we want all transfers, future transfers, right. So obviously, you already know about Luis, who will be joining us in 6 days. Get that Luis hype. You already know about Sebastian Wagner, of course, who's joining us from Vasco for 3.8 million. You already know about Andrei Samsonov, who will be joining us in the summer, of course. We've signed him a little while ago. Now, basically, I've been a little bit busy, and I'd already done these guys before, of course, but I completely forgot to mention it. So basically, firstly, 2 guys have come in from Africa. This is Mahmoud Ayari. Once again, he this time is a striker. He's not bad yet. Sorry, he's not great yet, but again, these are all for the future, going into that youth conveyor belt. I've been looking a little bit more in Africa lately. There's some really top talent in there, and I think we really do need to start tapping in, more so than I have on my other saves. I'm really enjoying it, actually, scouting Africa. We're finding a bit more gems, particularly in the North African countries like Tunisia. So yeah, defensive forward, not a bad player, to be honest. He's got decent heading. The only issue is his jumping reach is not exactly fantastic. So, again, he may or may not work out for us. So the point is, I feel like we've still got ourselves a decent bargain with him being £575,000. That's the way I'm looking at it. Next up, we've got ourselves a Mohamed Ali Bakar Matar, which, again, I apologise if I've butchered. He is a defender, can play both right back and centre back, which is beautiful. And, yeah, so he's not fantastic again, but I'm still pleased to bring these guys in for relatively low money, basically. So that's the plan with these guys. We have now got an affiliate agreement with ES Tunis to hopefully get ourselves first dibs on players like him, but better in the future. That's why I did it, basically, because I was noticing a lot of players coming out of there. Also, we've got a guy from, I believe it's Peru, or is it? No, Paraguay. It's Paraguay, isn't it? Yeah, it's Paraguay. It is Paraguay, isn't it? Yeah, he's Paraguayan. This is Gustavo Ortiz. Now, albeit there's a lot of blue, and you can see it, I can see it, but the point is, I still think that he's only 16 years old, he's got a long way to develop. My scout really liked him, and there must be something about him. So I brought him in. He's not cost us a lot of money, £475,000 again. They're all sort of around the $500,000 mark. The point is, I'm certain that even if they don't work out for us, we can definitely sell them on for more than we bought them for. And that is the process I do with my youth scouting, basically. That's the way I always look at it. I look at it as a whole rather than individual players. Now, the one I am excited about, and as you'll see, £5 million is what we spent on him. It actually rises to 6. This is Leandro. Now, if someone could tell me who is either Argentinian or speaks Spanish, how to pronounce his surname. Now, when I was looking at it, it's either Al-Qaeda or Al-Qaeda. And to be honest, neither of them are that flattering. So if you could let me know if it is either of those two, or if it's Al-Qaeda. But that doesn't make sense to me. I think it's more likely to be Al-Qaeda or Al-Qaeda, to be honest. So I'm thinking that we may have some excellent nicknames for him if it turns out to be one of those two. So basically, he is a midfielder, striker, and attacking midfielder. He is a very, very useful player for us. Now, of course, he does have some downsides. His bravery isn't ideal. His long throws is relevant. Tackling is not that important either, particularly as he's not going to be playing as a sort of ball-winning midfielder. His jumping reach being poor and his strength being poor aren't exactly fantastic, but I feel like there's definitely ways we could use this lad, and I still think that he'll fit into our team quite nicely. There are some gaps there, I will appreciate that, but I still think that we can get something out of this lad, because he does definitely have some very nice stats in a lot of the other areas of the team, particularly his technical abilities, so his dribbling, his passing, his technique. As an attacking playmaker, what's his vision? Like 12 vision is not bad either. So I'm pretty pleased with him overall, though, as you can see, he's very specific to certain roles. But you know, I'm quite good at finding those types of players. So that's basically what we've done regarding those guys. Now, a lot of them won't be joining us just yet, sort of throughout the year. So we've got a couple joining us in November, one in January, one in March, and then one next summer. So by next summer, our squad is going to be looking a lot healthier, I must say. Let's take a little look at Luis. I've not scouted him for a while, but as you can see, I love that he's only worth £7,000. Got great potential, it would seem. 2.5-star current ability, which is not bad, but look at some of those. Oh, he's going to be an absolute god for us at some point. I can really, really tell that he's going to be fantastic for us. I think Brazilian international, he's got to be at some point, surely. Anyway, his strength could do with a bit of a workout, but there you go. Right, let's go into the games. I'm going to try and breeze through them a little bit quicker than I usually do, just because I don't want the episodes to run into the sort of 20-25 minute marks. We're going to try and keep them around about 15 if we can, and that means I'm going to hopefully try and talk a little bit slower as well, so you get a bit more of that as well. So firstly, we started off away at Olympique Marseille, and we just weren't good enough. We couldn't take our chances. We had plenty of them, but we couldn't take our chances, and Majid Awaris gave them the lead and gave them the win basically in 62 minutes. A poor one for us, but Marseille have had a solid start, so I can't be too aggrieved at that. Next up, though, we were at home against Lorient. Now, the thing you'll notice about this one is that the two goal scorers for us, Park Jae-won and Ergin Aslan, didn't start the game. I brought them on as substitutes because I thought, you know, we've got a bit more quality there. We can rotate a bit more. I should have just started them, to be honest, because they were the heroes of the day. The dynamic duo of Won and Aslan scoring 2 goals to flip this one around from what could have been quite an embarrassing defeat against Lorient, who weren't exactly doing that well at the time. So, another win. Solid times. Next up, we had Apoel away in the Europa League group, and it was a similar sort of story. We took the lead, they took the lead through Fella. And yeah, we turned it around. This time with Alberto Cherry, scoring plenty of goals in the Europa League so far, let's put it that way. He's got 8 already, I think. He's right up there with the top goal scorers. I think he's the second biggest goal scorer in this in the Europa League so far, which is nice to see. So 2 more goals for him there, and our first ever European win in the group stages, which was lovely. Next up, we had Saint Etienne away from home, and to be honest with you, we didn't really turn up in this one. 2 goals from Rafa. This guy's got so many vowels in his name. Good God. Couldn't he have asked Carol for a consonant? Albert Rafatraniane? I'm really sorry. Rafatraniana. Usually I'm pretty good with that, but unfortunately that one stumped me, and I am really sorry. So we'll call him Albert. I genuinely am really sorry about that. But you'll notice that we've not been quite so bad at the back. So we may have lost 1-0 there, 2-0. Only conceded 1 goal in these games, and now 2 consecutive clean sheets, no less. At home to Monaco, a bit of a scrappy game really. Park Jae-won this time off the bench to score the winner again. Such is his way. And yeah, Hassan's not had the best start of the year, although he was man of the match in this one, thank God. He's starting to find his form a little bit, but it's just taken him a little while to settle in, I think. So another good result there with a win rather, and then away at Toulouse, a good win again. And a clean sheet to go with it. Masavu King, you can tell we've had a good game defensively if our centre-back is man of the match. But this time the goal from Barguji, who again is having a fantastic time, this time partnering Park Jae-won. He's almost forcing his way into that dynamic duo. We may have some competition for places, and that is perfect for us. It really, really is. So, let's get into today's game. Let's show you the squad first, actually, while I'm thinking about it. Top goal scorer, Alberto Cherry, 12 goals in 14 appearances. Lovely stuff. Barguji has 8 goals for us as well, which is superb. Park Jae-won also has 4. Aslan, only the 1 so far, but he's not played that many games. As for assists, Quinta Pereira with 5. Nicely done. Man of the Match awards, Alberto Cherry with 4 already. Key passes, it's all about that Barguji so far, so we'll take that. Top value is still Alberto Cherry, but Park Jae-won is right in there too, and all is looking very nicely. I've got a lot of players doing some tutoring and stuff. Alberto Cherry is tutoring Djurkaev, or he was, but now he's gone out on loan. Matas is being tutored by, I think, oh Christ, who is it? I can't remember. It's Uchan. We're making sure that we get some players tutored to make sure that we get the best out of these youngsters that we've got. So let's get into the game. Against Dortmund, I'm not confident, but according to my assistant, when he was choosing the sort of match training, they wanted me to go on a... oh, they're playing like a libero, like a sweeper. That's kind of cool. It's Wimmer as well. But yeah, they wanted me to go as a attacking movement because of their defensive vulnerabilities. I also have no idea why Benjamin Siegrist has gone down in morale. That doesn't... what? That's... okay. It's bizarre, but we'll take it. Cherry, Aslan, Park Jae-won, Gape, Uchan, Bulens, Umbar, Oban, Phillips and Ruiz. Pretty much a stronger team as we're going to get put out there, and the bench is looking quite tasty now, and that pleases me, and it's only going to get stronger throughout the year without me even having to sign anyone, and that is the beauty of the way that this sort of youth conveyor belt system that I tend to employ works. Wow, okay, Dortmund a little bit weaker at the moment, because it says they're 7th in the Bundesliga at the moment, so who's their team? Oh, okay. Cagliari, Grosskreutz, Mkhitaryan, they've got Ned Stark, so, you know, winter is coming and all that. Gundogan, Paslak. Oh dear. I wonder what his pass completion's like. Kranz, Hummels, and Wimmer. Or Wimmer. And then Timo Horn, interestingly. So they've lost the sort of the likes of Royce, it would say. Oh no, there he is on the bench. Interesting. Okay, well maybe they're not as... I'm just really interested to see how that formation's going to work against us, to be honest. I've not actually seen a team play a sweeper against me in so long. I wonder if he's playing like a libero role. That would be glorious. But that does mean they might be quite hard to get in behind, but they're also going to create space for us in front. So this should be an interesting one, actually, to see how this sort of obelisk tactic competes against the team playing a sweeper. But considering he's a sweeper, he's actually still quite advanced. Durm with the strike very early on there to get things going for Dortmund. If we've got any chance of beating Dortmund, it's going to be in the home leg, let's face it, guys. We're on control, and I'm actually going to stick with that. It's been working for us, even against better sides. And as you can see so far, we have created some opportunities, it would seem. Dortmund yet to hit the target. We've yet to have a proper highlight in this game so far, to be honest. But heck, even a draw wouldn't be so bad. I do want to see if we can get through this group, but I just worry about our sort of abilities. There you go. Anderlecht are beating Applewell, so they're getting right back in the battle at the top. And now they're 2 goals to the good, and we're getting a half-time without a proper highlight. Brilliant. Great choice of a live Matt. Do the Dortmund game, they say. Well, I say they say. I said that. So... I can't really see what to change. We're actually playing all right. We've just not created anything worthy of a highlight. And they've not changed their system so far, it would seem. So they're obviously quite content for it. But I think if it carries on like this and they don't really change anything, there's going to be one chance for us, I think, in this second half. And I think if it falls to Alberto Cherry, we may just take it. And that might just be all we need. A 1-0. Ooh, oh, no.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Park, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Sorry, right, that's not good at all. Thankfully, we do have someone along the lines of Barguji, who I'm going to switch him and Aslan over, though, because Aslan is a better creative player than him. But look at this, he really has come a long way. You know, that's bloody great. I'm really impressed with him. Although he is falling in some stats, but that might just be because of tiredness. I am a little bit more worried about Park Jae-won, though, to be honest. That's my main concern right now. He is such an important player for this team, and if we lose him, that could be the signs of something bad happening. A 0-0 draw would be... Come on, we're going to get at least one highlight in this game. We'll close down Paslak and him, and I'm going to make another sub here. Really sure who. Actually, I'm going to bring on him for Oban just because of his tiredness more than anything. I might actually make the second sub here too. Pereira for... who do I bring Pereira on for? I'm actually going to bring him on for Uchan. I do want to try and keep Aslan on. I'm tempted to just go attacking. We're on top of this game. Let's go and try and get that goal for the last 15 minutes. We probably, on the balance of things, deserve it. Let's see if we can get it. Cleared away. Buelen's now bringing it down. We're getting a bit more Aslan now to Barguji. He's got men outside him. Can he pick a pass out? He's going to go alone here, and he... Oh, no!
May God have mercy on us all.
What an opportunity that was for Barguji. He could have scored the winner there, and we've done really well against a team like Dortmund today. I'm actually very impressed with this, and we probably should have done better, to be honest. This game was there for the win, I think. Dortmund have really not turned up today, and I think this was ours to win, but we've not quite managed it, and that is a real shame. But so far, so good in our group. Unbeaten. Not ideal there. I felt like that was the one chance I was on about. I don't think that's... Okay, we'll go with that anyway, but I don't really agree with that, personally. I'm so disappointed. There was that one chance, and it did come, and it fell to Barguji, and given the way he's played this year, I genuinely thought that that was the moment that he scored the winner for us here against Borussia Dortmund, and that would probably have been the biggest win of the save so far. Also, you might have seen on the schedule there, we're getting our youth facilities and training facilities improved yet again. So, there was one other thing. Oh, that's right, we're going to check to make sure Park Jae-won isn't injured. Lovely old job. We're all good. Colo has resumed full training. We're held to draw, apparently, so that's fine. We're good. Excellent stuff. So, I'm trying to think what would be the best game to do next. So, that would bring us all the way into sort of... Well, that's quite a long way, actually. That's nearly the back end of November. That's just over a month from now would be the Anderlecht game. I'm thinking Anderlecht would be an interesting one to do away from home, and then it sort of starts a bit weirder because we do have the PSG game in the game after that. However, because that's the last game of our group stage, I might do another double live con with the Dortmund and PSG in the same episode, if that's cool with you guys. But first, yeah, we're probably going to do Anderlecht. Don't worry, we will be going back to league games as well. I'm just sort of enjoying a bit of a slightly different taste of things for you know, our European adventure. I think it's been fun to sort of experience some different things in this save. So, If you guys like what you've seen, please do drop a like on the video, and if you've liked it even more than that, please do subscribe to my channel for more Outcaster icons and From the Shadows in your inbox every other day at 7 o'clock, and I will see you guys in the next episode for the game against Anderlecht. Away from home, we're travelling to Belgium. Let's bring back some chocolate. I buggered up that one, didn't I? There you go, I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.